Yeah, and so the lesson is for someone who is prone to those vices. And I remember I actually didn't go to AA much, but I think I went to one meeting one time, and the guy said, to say that an alcoholic isn't motivated is crazy. This is the guy that'll walk 20 miles for for a little airplane bottle size of vodka, to get his fix on. So like you said, these people have a lot of energy. It's just they don't know how to channel it. So for anybody who struggles with those vices, I mean, is it important to realize that ultimately the vices are you trying to mask something and to try to take the easy way out of a personal development? And when you see that, to realize maybe I should just not pick up that day and try to go into that pain, that fear, and try to figure it out, and then I'll be all powerful. Is that the best advice to give to someone who, they say we've been drinking, Wes, 240% more since the lockdown. So if someone's struggling.
That's the crazy thing is because I don't even see it. I don't even understand that people drink, do drugs or anything like that more because I'm so removed from it. But I get my old self. And the point is I was so destructive. And just the overall thing is to not run from the pain. I mean, the adversity is what introduces a man to himself. Once you know yourself, you get to know your answers. And so when you know your answers, when you truly become accountable and say, this drinking is fucking my life up. It's causing me massive pain. I lost my wife from it. My kids are looking at me a certain way. My physique's dropping. My health is dropping. I'm looking at myself in a negative way. In all reality, people are depressed. They have lack of self-respect and a lot of things like that. I see, and that's okay because I was like that. But the point is how do you expect to respect yourself if you are honestly disrespecting yourself with an action? So the point is it really comes down to sacking up, getting sick of it, and instilling this new core belief system through these affirmations, through a daily process of discipline. We don't even have addictive problems. We have a discipline problem. So I'm going to attack the root for an individual. I'm going to get them so disciplined that it's hard to break discipline. It becomes their pleasure. So their purpose becomes being more disciplined, and then in turn it becomes their pleasure. That's the way I gained it in the prison system, where being displeased made me extremely happy that I could be displeased and laugh about it and enjoy it and let it motivate me. I could need less and still do more than the next man. The fact that they needed so much, they needed these sweets, they needed these drugs, they needed this stuff, and I just knew that I didn't, was just a sense of power to me. It was a sense of pleasure that I was in so much control, because we all know what it feels like to be out of control and to lack discipline. And the fact is, by fucking definition alone, a man is responsible. That's it. Don't call yourself a man if you're not responsible. And guess what? That's your choice.
Yeah, it's so true. Talk to me about your discipline. You've had the same wake-up call for a long time now. I don't know if it's 10 years, including in and out, but maybe you can tell me. Talk to me about that, and talk to me about how you believe that the physical process, the physical training is non-negotiable when it comes to building one's self-esteem and one's lifestyle.
Well, basically, I mean, I've been getting up at the same time every morning at 2:45 for 13 years. And the point was, at first it was just pain because I couldn't sleep. And that was like the earliest I could just think of getting up to do a workout because I couldn't sleep. And the guys across the block in a 270 building in CDC, which is a high-level security building, and they're looking at my window, and they see my feet in the window, and I'm just doing handstand push-ups. And then they have to discipline everybody in the building to tell them, turn your light on at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m., whichever the time was, right after count. So the cops walk by and count you at 4 a.m. And then they would say to turn your light on after count to show that you're up. And then the head guy who had the block, Chili at the time, he goes, Wes, I don't even need your light on. I see your feet in the window well before count. So the point was, it was just the validation of self began coming from the discipline and the conduct and the character, which I respected and which was respected in prison. We didn't have cars, houses, and all this shit. We didn't have nothing to validate ourselves with externally. So it was just how you conducted yourself, how savage you were, how much you could take, how much you could endure. And so that became a pleasure, and it became a status symbol in the prison. Like, that dude will not stop. He hasn't took a day off in 10 years. Look at him. He shows that he hasn't. He looks different than everyone. He acts different. He's more in control. He doesn't slip. You still have problems with these stupid little vices running a train on you. Why can he drop them and you can't? And the fact is that the way we do anything is the way we do everything. So starting off as a leader, you start off as a leader when you're up before everyone. You're up before them. You're up before them doing what they should. So you're solidifying in your subconscious, I'm a leader. I'm up first. And that is the way to start your day because everybody's a leader. I don't care if it's just your cat you're leading. You are leading somebody. You are leading someone. Make sure you're turning them into an asset by 1, coming with the correct energy, by 2, having the correct actions, and by 3, really fucking caring that they get the result. And sometimes, like we've said before, that means being stern with them. I mean, I say stern with self, kind to others, but we know lack of accountability or too much kindness breeds lack of accountability. So I'm going to get on people's cases who need it. And I'm going to give praise when it's earned. The thing is it's in direct exchange to what's going on.